Hey guys, we're back with the house in Fata Morgana, and we'll probably be ending off door 3 this time. So expect things to go from terrible to even more terrible in the next 20 minutes. Let's get started. The Pacific Railroad's last spike ceremony is drawing nearer by the day, and that's Jacopo supposedly supposed to talk to her around that time. And if she doesn't hear from her by that time, she's gonna kill herself. So what if she kills, like, she poisons herself or something? Jacopo comes in and is like, yo, what's up? She's like, oh. Whoops. That day was coincidentally the deadline of the two of them had set for themselves. Jacopo to confront his wife, and the white-haired girl will wait for him. And as the day approached, she continued to write letters. She wrote the letters purely by force of habit, but having been worn visibly thin. Except that she could not stop. The act of writing was all that kept her from going mad. By focusing her attention on another person through her letters, she was able to maintain her grip on herself. That day would put an end to her suffering and despair. When the railroad was completed, all their misunderstandings would be cleared up. They would return to the smiling, happy couple they had been when they were first married. The harsh winter would finally come to a close, melting away their past and allowing them to step into their future. With constant prayer in my heart, I impatiently awaited the railroad's opening ceremony. I do not, after all, wish for anyone to fall into any kind of misfortune. That goes for you as well, Master. Now, Master, the door is soon to be shut upon this area. Are you prepared to see what happens next? No. I see. Very well. Then allow us to make our way to that final day. See with your own eyes, Master, how this tale concludes. And please, do not let go of my hand. There's the music, okay. The night before the opening ceremony, the master of the house headed for his wife's shed. There's a tension on his face, but a surety in his step. He finally resolved to speak with her. Having locked her away for so long in the shed like a common prisoner, Jacopo was hardly optimistic about what she might say to him. He had undeniably mistreated her, said heartless and cruel things to her, even gotten physically violent with her. His actions were inexcusable, even if they were in response to her infidelity. Of course, the very infidelity which had driven him to such behavior had not, in fact, taken place, but he is unaware of that. There's a chance they had never reconciled their misunderstandings, that this predicament would not have a positive resolution, but he still clung to a tiny fragment of hope. He wanted to start over with the white-haired girl, to make a new future with her. With that desire burning strong in his heart, he stood before the door to her shed and called out to her. Are you awake? It's me, Jacopo. May I come in? I won't hurt you. I'll not raise my hand against you again. I swear to you, I'll do you no harm. I just wish to speak. I'd like to have a calm, rational conversation. And as such, I'll not enter your room until you have given me your permission. So may I please come in? You won't even give me a response. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. Alright. Considering how you must feel about me, I shouldn't be surprised. Fine, then you don't have to let me in. Please just let me at least hear me out. What, is she just sleeping? Do you remember the day shortly after we met, when we went to our honeymoon? If you can even call that little walk we took a honeymoon? I was unable to do anything nice for you then either. I had no experience, no idea how to interact with an upper-class woman like you. Well, let me use my mic like that. I didn't know what I should do for you. Yes, I know that makes me sound juvenile. I had a tendency to say things I don't mean the more perturbed I get. Sure, I said things to hurt you numerous times that day. However, at the photography shop, when he saw the phenakistoscope, he smiled for me. I was genuinely pleased at that moment. I felt like I had gotten closer to you. Very much doubt that was actually an appropriate present for a noble woman like yourself. Jewels or flowers or something like that, something beautiful, would have certainly suited you better. And I knew that, but I assumed you would have been given gifts like that countless times in the past. You are, after all, a beautiful woman. I did not want to have to compete on the same field as those other men. I wanted to be special. Now I wanted to be unique to you. No one has ever shown you anything of that sort before, had they? Frankly, I wasn't sure if a woman of your status would take any interest in a phenakistoscope at all. Imagine you've thrown it out by now, but I choose to believe you sincerely liked it on that day. That, if it was just for a moment, I caught your eye. Even if you started seeing other men afterwards, the moment was real, wasn't it? Our marriage was, at its core, nothing but an arrangement between our parents, in exchange for money and influence. That was how it began. But that day I loved you. I yearned to see you smile, as if I had loved you my entire life. The Pacific Railroad has finally been completed. That's the project I've been funding. Everyone thought it was crazy, but our yo-yo now stretches across the breadth. How do you say that one? Just breadth of this land. A joining ceremony will be held tomorrow. It's gonna be a grand event. Locally, they're planning on doing a gun salute. The sound of the last spike being driven into the ground will be transmitted across the country via telegraph. I've procured a telegraph, so we can listen to it here in the mansion. In your condition, you'd probably have trouble handling the crowds at the telegraph station. But here, you can celebrate in the comfort of your own home. I suppose what I'm saying is, I want to celebrate this with you. I've made arrangements to make that possible for you, because I wish to have you there, with me. Would you be willing, tomorrow, to celebrate the completion of the Pacific Railroad with me? Would you be there at my side? Oh, beep beep! Yeah! Hold on. 1 second. I don't want the annoying beep beep. Okay, no more beep beep. Please, say something. I want to start over. I know very well what I've done to you. You may be at fault yourself, but what I did is unacceptable. But what I did was the consequence of my overpowering love for you. I swear it. Why? Why won't you not answer me? Say something, anything. Please, please. Can you hear me in there, can't you? Yeah, I've come around to Jacopo. He's... how do you say it? He's a bad person who wants to be a good person. I think that's a good way of saying it. Like, you know, he's messed up a lot. And I mean, he had... I'm not going to say valid reasons to. Understandable reasons? Yeah. I guess you could say that. Like, you could understand it. You don't, you know, you don't have to, you know, agree with it, but you're like, yeah, I mean, I get it. Oh, that gets across right. But that's not me saying I approve of, you know, well, yeah, he abused her at least once with, you know, pulling her hair. Did he hit her? I don't remember that, but it's possible. But, you know, there's also the, what's the word for it? It's just mental abuse. There's a word for it, probably. And, you know, the whole locking her in a shed for a couple months thing. Well, several months is what it said. Anyway, let's get on with it. You can hear me in there, can't you? If you don't want to, you can just say no. If you do reject me, I'll set you free. Won't hurt you, I promise. The door is not locked? Who opened it? Hello? A humid spring breeze brushed against his cheeks. The drawn lace curtains appeared to glow in the gentle moonlight. The white-haired girl was not in her room. Where have you gone? Stupefied, he glanced about his wife's chambers. To my eyes, the neatly organized room appeared no different than any other day. But to his eyes, it was pale and hollow. For the one who was supposed to be there, was supposed to be waiting for him, was not present. He could not hear her voice from anywhere in the shed. This place echoed with dry rustling. A sad, pitiful, empty whisper of a noise came from the lone object left abandoned atop her desk. The Fata Morgana. It was the one present Jacopo had ever given the white-haired girl, a toy made of paper. When spun and viewed in a mirror, created an illusion of a man and a woman dancing. You still had this? It's ridiculous. Assuming you'd thrown it out. The white-haired girl had evidently made considerable use of the Fata Morgana. The paper was visibly worn and tattered, warped in places, and even began to yellow. It spun slowly in the wind, rustling and rustling and rustling, spinning in an endless reminder of that day the year before, though there was no longer anyone around to look through it. Why? But you were with other men. Why would he keep something I gave you? So worn out. Why? A letter. Beneath the ever-rotating phenakistoscope lay a single sheet of paper. As if drawn to it, he scanned the contents of the parchment. As a letter addressed to Caro mio Jacopo. The salutation, written in his native language, translated as follows. My beloved Jacopo. Did the fruits of your dream turn out as you'd hoped? I'm sure it was wonderful, and impressively fast. A train that could travel across the continent, as large as this, is like something out of a story. I wish I could have been there to see it. I'm sure it would have been quite pleasant. Like the day you gave me the Fennekiss wheel. Am I being presumptuous? What's with the spacing here? I'm sorry. That I would keep waiting for you forever. No matter how much you hated or ignored me. Okay. But I made up my mind, so. Also the capitalization. It's filling in a code! MJ D F. Wait, maybe F. I don't know. I decided I would wait for you till the Yo-Yo was completed. I foolishly thought you might invite me to the opening ceremony, but it seems I'm not good enough for you. Gotta capitalize your eyes. I'm gonna take my leave of your house, so you don't need to concern yourself with me any longer. However, I do have one request. Please do not forget about all the letters I wrote. Think back on them from time to time. Do not burn them all, for they contain my thoughts, my feelings, my words, a record of my love for you. Remember, when you can, that I was always watching you. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble writing. My ears are ringing. There's a voice whispering to me, calling me a witch. Maybe it's your voice. My vision is blurred. Not even sure what is going through my mind. I'm sorry. This was all I was able to write for you. I'm truly sorry. I'll leave the Fennekiss wheel behind. It was my dearest treasure. Very well. I love you. May 8th, 1869. I am very glad that in the end the truth was revealed. It would have been awful if in the end, Jacopo never realized, the white-haired girl, wasn't cheating on him. Like, it's pretty clear now that, she said, mention the letters. What the heck is this? It's visibly rattled, and unsurprisingly so. The mention of the transcontinental Yo-Yo's opening ceremony, the letters she'd written, her dearest treasure, a profession of love for him. Above all, the mangled text that appeared to have been written by someone not entirely in their right mind. Everything about it served to amplify his befuddlement. You waited for me? How can that be? The joining ceremony is tomorrow. It hasn't happened yet. Why did you have to leave then? I'm here. I came for you just as I planned. The ceremony is on the 10th. A second later, Jacopo gasped. What? She said the 8th. The date written on the letter is the day prior, May 8th. Originally, the ceremony was planned to be held on May 8th, 1869. However, due to bad weather and a labor dispute, it had been postponed for 2 days. This can't be. Make sure you're informed. And Maria. The madam is having an affair. Maria, no, you couldn't. Scattered fragments of memory began coming together in his mind. Maria was the only one who informed him of his wife's supposed unfaithfulness. Though the letters had not been addressed to him, thinking back on it, they had all been about him. In one letter, she mentioned treasuring a gift. Jacopo assumed it had been a gift from another man, but in fact, she had been referring to the Fennekiss sitting atop her desk, still spinning in the wind. At long last, he finally made that connection. At the same time, he realized that the only person who could have altered the letters was someone they both trusted. Maria. She never, even once, betrayed me. She's not unfaithful at all. She waited, unwaveringly for me. And I refused to believe her. I caused her pain, again and again. But his realizations came far too late. The white-haired girl's spirit had broken. She was no longer at the mansion. Had he caught on to Maria's machinations sooner, things would not have turned out as they had. But he is much too late. Maria! Why? Why would he do this? Clutching the letter from his wife, Jacopo stormed out of the shed in search of Maria. Please bring a gun with you. Or any weapon at all, really. But she was not in the room assigned to her. Where are you? Where have you gone? Maria! Several maids were roused from their slumber by the racket, but no one had the courage to speak up as the master of the house frantically charged through the halls. Eventually, he arrived at his own chamber. He was certain he had closed the door before leaving. Now a sliver of light shone through the gap between it and the frame. From within the room, that he could sense someone's presence. When he opened the door, there he saw, comfortably perched upon his own chair, a woman. I've been waiting. Oh no, she's gonna have a smug smile. Oh, she's doing the pose! Oh, I hate it. Nice room we got here. No, I guess that's only natural. You being the man of the house and all. All these fancy furnishings. You do know this stuff's too good for you, right? Then me, I get the barren little maid's room. Drives me up the wall. So hey, Jacopo. Clear the air with your little lady yet? Maria. Love the look on your face. Guessing you didn't make things better then. This song. You know? Good and well. She's not even here anymore. Oh yeah? But I just don't want to hear you say it, you know? I want to hear from your own mouth that you couldn't keep a leash on your woman, so you locked her up, drove her mad, broke her down, and she ran away from you. Go on, say something. Climb back on your high horse and start shouting like you always do. Why, Maria? Why would he do this? Why? What do you think? Because I freaking despise you, pardon my French. I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to end things, but then they just fell apart on their own. The fates are smiling down upon me, I guess. Nonsense. Just waiting for me, till the day of the joining ceremony. That's going to see her on that day. You know the ceremony had been postponed. What is this song? This is wicked. That's what you get for putting it all in my hands. For thinking I'm the only one on your side. Or do you think I just tell you like a good little maid? Not a chance in... Oh, I'm allowed to... Not a chance in hell! Pardon my French. Do I have to say that joke for... We're talking about some fantastic news. Both picked the same day, but you got the dates different. Absolutely perfect! Maria, is that how you've always felt? How long have you held this grudge against me? How long? How long? How goddamn dense can you be? Must be nice living in your little fancy world, Jacopo. This is the next Capo Famiglia? Oh my god, my sides! So you've always hated me? At the very least, I freaking loathed you since the minute we had our reunion. First, I did try to convince myself you had your reasons. Didn't make it feel any less unfair, though. You had all your money and all your power and everything else you stole from me. Then you go and get hitched to this pretty little lady. Don't try to act like you're the victim here. This is all on you. Her eyes are waving. Do you have any idea how you felt? How I felt? Fallen from grace. Made your goddamn maid having to suck up to you. Do you have any idea how infuriating that was? Or did you think I didn't know anything? Did you think I didn't suspect anything? If you did, then you got your head way up in the clouds. So you were motivated by your grudge against my family, the Berzottis. Precisely, that's exactly it. Your family wanted so badly to be in the Capo Famiglia, wanted so badly to be in power, that he murdered my dad and grandpa. They say it was a carriage accident. The grand was all torn to heck where it happened, but nah. You wanted to tell me what kind of carriage accident causes it to explode? As soon as my dad and grandpa died, your dad took over as the head of the family. The balance of power in the factions began to change. My family and anyone else with the ties to the Campanellas was either exterminated or exiled. The Berzottis took control of the city. My grandpa's Casca became your Casca. No one in their right mind would be naive enough to think the Berzottis didn't have a hand in that. The great Campanella family, bitten by their pet dog. Except the dog had rabies. Necessary is old in time, that lush historic land will wither away and die. Like Dad and Grandpa, buried in that dried up earth, are screaming in their graves even now. Can't prove me wrong, can you, Jacopo? And now, first in line to be the next head of the family is you, his son. Naturally. Feels pretty good, don't it? Slaughtering my family, leaving us to wallow in the mud. While you live here like a freaking king. Because of what your family did, I don't have a home to go back to anymore. No house, no prestige, you have nothing left. That's goddamn outrageous. The Campanellas are supposed to run that city. Okay, sorry about that. We're back. I don't know where I cut it. Maybe like right there. There's a, I did something stupid. I'm not saying what it is. Is this line already in there? Click go back. I'll just read it anyway. You filthy Berzati curs, you're crawling over it like it's some kind of infestation. Curse isn't... It's not against the policy, is it? No, that means like... It's like mongrel, right? I'm a legitimate Campanella, but I'm not stuck being your goddamn maid. If I had been born a woman, I would have become the head of the family after my dad and grandpa died. Because I'm a woman, I couldn't retaliate. Just had to sit on my hands and watch the tragedy unfold. It's absolutely miserable. So I had to make you suffer as well. I had to make you I had to make you twice as miserable as I was. You had no reason to hate anyone but me. Why did you make her a part of this? Do you have a grudge against her too? Not particularly. Actually, I really liked the madam. Sweet, pretty, kind-hearted, timid, and fragile. Trusted every word I said. Splendid little toy. Thought of her as your toy. Now, can you really call me out for that? You can't. You have no right. Never cared one bit about anyone else. They're all footstools to you. It's a little late to find yourself a sense of morality. This whole thing could have been avoided if you two just had a single conversation. Yep. But instead that both of you came crawling to me, saying, "You're my only ally, Maria." How dense can you be? Of course. I thought you were my ally. I trusted you. I'm sure she did too. What is this song? This is awesome! Then you should get your eyes examined. Eyes, not ears. I said through it the first time. Because you can't see a dang thing. Maria. My god, it was beautiful. The way you two blindly trusted me, creating your own misunderstandings and causing your own pain. How you can never seem to get on the same page. Watching it all fall apart. Maria? Is that everything? The extent of your grudge and all you did? Yep. That's everything. All that's left is for me to kill you. Yep. Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. My keyboard's not plugged in. Let me get it up on my phone. Hold on. Hold on a second. Umi Neko Kirei Gun. Hold on a second. That's the same one! That's the same CG! It's even in the same art style. No, it's not. Look, there's the one where... It's that one! Look! The same expression, the same eye, like, twitching thing? It's a copycat! The fangs are even there! Hold still now. I don't want to miss. Maria, you... Surpass me nothing to you? Is that all just an empty promise? How could it, when you remember so clearly? But I'll explain it for our little romantic boy. Bad grown-ups will even take advantage of good memories. It's time I finally return to you, Jacopo. That cartridge you gave me, packed with all your disgusting sentimentality. And the fact that you kept it is, Ah! Killing you ain't the end, though. All you Berzati curs. I'll send every last one of you straight to hell. Straight to heck. My revenge has just begun. This will probably be my last recording tonight, so I can do that. Even if you had been a man, you wouldn't have been a suitable head of the family. You should have aimed between my eyes, Maria! Jacopo! That was the perfect timing with the song. But why? When you really have to time to say why twice if you get shot in the head? In a panic, I pulled the trigger. From the barrel, a bullet went flying. Quite literally right between your eyes. Would anyone ever believe me? I said this wasn't how I wanted things to turn out. Flashback time. The rain just keeps coming. Wonder if we'll be able to go home today. Hey, Jacopino! Say something, you little wuss. Be quiet. You're gonna give me a headache. Lightning's way louder than me. Eek! Uck! You jumped, Jacopino. Such a baby. You jumped too. Stop calling me that. Don't be scared. Don't cry. Not crying. Your eyes are damp too. Not crying. Not at all. Not one bit. Liar. There's no end to this rain, is there? I'm fine if it doesn't stop. There's nothing at home for me. Don't want to go home? Your parents don't get along, huh? That's got nothing to do with it. Liar. You got it good. Everyone loves your grandpa. Whenever anyone says something, they come to him. Now there's a great man. Huh? My grandpa become a part of this. Oh, no reason. Not everyone likes him. He's just as much hate as love. Grandpa's not really a model citizen. He's supposed to just shoot. I mean, isn't he part of the what do they call the Italian mafia? The Casca. I guess Sicilian mafia. Are you jealous? Not. My old man is though. Huh? Is he now? Well, your dad's got his good points too, I think. I don't know. Seems like the kind of man who can accomplish big things. He seems a lot stricter than my grandpa. Oh, come on, I don't get you. What are you clamming up for? No reason. You don't want to go home then? How about we go somewhere far away from here? Huh? Once it stops raining, let's get out of here. Head up to the capital, find some work. We can make it work, the two of us. And we'll bring Nero, of course. If we could, that'd be nice. Break free of the city and its outdated traditions. Head somewhere bigger, more forward-thinking. If only it were possible. It's alright, Maria. I know you were just joking. Wouldn't be able to find work anyway. If the two of us ran off, we'd be starving in a month. I'd be blind not to see that. Hey, let's go home once the rain lets up. Yeah, once it does. What to tell them? I don't know, let's sing. Sing even louder than the lightning. And maybe you'll stop crying, Jacopino. Not crying! Come on, let's sing. Not singing. I'll do it. La 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 leo, la leo, la leo, la leo, la leo, la leo, la la. I'm not doing it anymore. Maria, I may not put it into words, but I trust you understand that I consider you a dear friend. Listen to me, Jacobo. My actions are justified. I did what I did for the betterment of the city, this land. The Campanellas were too conservative. Under their control, this country will atrophy, right? Atrophy? Atrophy. Progress will continue to lose steam. If we don't push forward, we'll fall further and farther behind. Before long, you'll be made the next head of the family. Wait, is atrophy? Is that a verb? That is a noun. But know that day, you'll cross over to the New World and establish the Casca there. Unify us, bolster us, make us strong. I'll hand your things back here. Won't let the Campanellas try and strike back. What? You want Maria too? It's dangerous to keep a Campanella so close by. She has to be taken care of. If you insist. But do not let your guard down. Betrayal is a constant companion in this world. I'm giving you my revolver. Keep it on you at all times. Glory everlasting upon our blood, and upon this earth. The best I can give you is a job as my maid. If I show you any more obviously preferential treatment, the Berzottis are liable to step in. Money, power, respect. And enough authority to not take orders from anyone. Then that if I could obtain all of that, I'd be able to give you your freedom. And her as well. Wanting to give you both comfortable lives. But none of that get through to either of you. Everything slipping through my fingers. Her love, my friendship with Maria, both of their smiles. Master! Master! What was that sound? So much blood! Maria? What happened this time? You keep getting stuck witnessing the worst things. Poor maid servant. What a spin-off story about her. What? Call a doctor. Someone with tight lips. Do not call the police. And don't make a scene. Got it? If so, then go on. Yes, sir. Right. Not everything has slipped from my grasp. My money and influence are all that's left. That is what you wanted, though, is it not? You sought money and power, no? Are you going to go? Yes, I will. But first, I'd like to ask you something. The maid's playing an active role? What is this? What do you intend to do from here? What am I going to do? Exactly the same as before. There's but one thing left for me to do. I see. Will you eventually find solace in your riches? The way I see it, money and power can be your ally, but they can become your enemy in the blink of an eye. If you do not put them into words, your feelings will never make it through to anyone. For unlike money, humans are not measurable by their appearance. He failed to communicate to anyone what he held within his breast. He was chained down by his place in society, his pride, his relationships, and his own heart. And at some point, he found himself in a position where he was no longer able to speak his mind. After enough time, he likely forgot how to be genuine at all. Perhaps someone like him simply would not, even if they knew how. At any rate, there are many things in the world that cannot be communicated without being put into words. How sad that his tale should end without him expressing how he truly felt. How hard it must have been to never clear up his misunderstandings. After Jacobo's confrontation with Miria, the Pacific Railroad was completed as scheduled. Celebratory cheers struck the New World as the last spike was driven into the rails. Jacobo, however, could not even manage to smile listening to the telegraph. I'm sure you can take a guess as to why. The people with whom we wished to share that moment were not there. Shortly following her death, Jacobo held a private funeral for Miria. Then he commenced a search for the white-haired girl. But he did not do so alone. He hired others to help, did everything in his power to find her, tirelessly searching for many, many years. However, he was never able to locate her. He spent the remainder of his life alone. Money, power, renown, servants. The world around him was always quite lively. But solitude was his only companion. He waited and waited, and he waited for the white-haired girl to return. It's the second time she's disappeared like that. I would say it's a pattern, but it didn't happen in Door 2, so. The years crawled by, and with no family or loved ones that decided to care for him at his old age, he died alone. Oh. I was going to show the... Yeah. Just an illusion. I don't know, that sounded cool, right? I got an achievement. Pig Iron Manor. It's a picture of the... Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. The door before you slowly drew shut. You could no longer hear the raucous sounds of the men from within the den. The faint cigarette smoke, however, lingered in the air. Staring vaguely at the closed door, you noticed something was amiss. The maid who had been holding your hand was no longer at your side. You glanced around, but she was nowhere in sight. Down the corridor stretched only darkness. Not having anticipated this, you're unsure how to react. What's the matter? You lost, or are you just trying to take in the sights? A voice called out to you, but it was not the maid's voice! Cut off guard, you spun around, confused, in search of the source. Where are you looking? I'm over here. Yeah, there you go. A little more to the left. Following the voice's instructions, you find yourself facing a wall. Look like you were just in a ghost! And now, come on, don't turn away. Yep, you got it. I'm the one talking to you. The voice was coming from within the painting. When you had passed by this wall on your way to the third door, magnificent landscape painting had been hanging there. But now the canvas was a deep shade of black, as if it had been dipped into a vat of ink. It's been a while since you talked to anyone. So tell me, you can hear me alright, can't you? The man in the painting. Splendid. Been so long since I've had a conversation. I was afraid I might have forgotten how to talk. That's the name of the scene, too. So tell me, who might you be? You don't know? Isn't that quite the pickle? Now about we have a little chat, eh? Yeah, yourself turned around and not sure where to go, yeah? Well, I'll be happy to tell you anything I can, just ask away. The painting sounded rather high-spirited. Perhaps he's simply excited to have the opportunity to speak with someone. So you decided you would ask the painting a few questions. Choices? Who are you? Who am I? What is this place? Who is the maid? Thing that... It said a few questions, so are you going to be able to ask all of these? Let's ask, who are you first? Me? Well, as you can see, I'm a painting. Why did I end up as a painting? Hard to say. Maybe I was reborn as a painting because I used to really like art. There are things I painted that I wish I hadn't. Maybe that regrets what turned me into this. Hopefully I get the chance to apologize to him about that. Anywho, I wasn't getting into any more detail about that. Than that. Wouldn't mean anything to you, so enough about me. Oh yeah, you don't know anything about yourself. Shame that. Alright then. Favor for you, since you can't tell me about yourself. If you run into him, can you tell me I really regret what I did? I know I should tell him myself, but, as you can see, I'm stuck here. Can't move an inch, so I've got to ask for help. You're absolutely terrible about painting that picture. And oh yeah, the deadline's way past on that one. Well, that's what makes it a regret, yeah? Because you can't take it back. By the time I realized, it was too late. Who is this guy? He's already dead. He's long since passed away. Huh? Are you supposed to give a dead fellow a message? Well, for all you know, the dead could be wandering these halls too. So please, if you come across him, tell him I said that. That I didn't mean any harm with that painting. Or maybe you are him? Who's the maid? Might as well ask you that directly. But you won't say till you've regained your own old self. I see. In that case, if you want to know, you know what you gotta do. It's entirely up to you whether you make an ally or an enemy out of here. There's no guaranteeing she's even right in the head. You never know. Maybe you're not the only one who hasn't found themselves. Huh. Who am I? Just because you don't know who you are doesn't mean you can go around asking other people. Not a person, you say? Oh no, you're right, but I'm not gonna know anything about you that you can't tell me yourself. I mean, from where I'm standing, you look like almost a walking cloud of shadow. Can't even tell what you look like. The maid who was with you before, did she call you master? I see. The question is, what year's master are you? How many doors have you been through? 3 doors, eh? And of those, did any of them bring you anything back? Ah, it's not an easy thing you're covering yourself. Or maybe you weren't behind any of those 3 doors. Yeah, that's gotta be it. That was your first time witnessing those tragedies. Yours is another door. So tell me, how do you feel looking behind those doors? Was it frightening? Saddening? Heart-wrenching? Well, let me tell you something. You're able to bear them because they weren't your tragedies. The next door you open is yours. Will you be able to bear it? Will you be able to accept your own tragedy? If one thing sing others' suffering, but your own. You have to face the emotions you wanted to keep buried, secrets you wanted to keep hidden, pain you wanted to forget. Do you think you'll be able to accept them as your own? If you can't, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't accuse you of running if you chose to not reclaim your old self. Nothing's wrong with erasing your memory of something if it was so bad you didn't want to face it in the first place. Let it be rewritten into someone else's story. They'll make it a whole lot easier on you. Because you never know, the most unfortunate tale of all may well be your own. Perhaps that goes for everything about you. You won't know until you see it? Oh, that's true enough. Once you do, there might not be any turning back. What do you mean you reclaim your old self no matter the cost? If you do, if you're sincerely prepared to do that, then beware of the tale that comes next. Any tragedy that seems too beautiful to be real is precisely that. A fabrication. If it turns out you're someone from behind the next door, perhaps you're He's from the next door then. What is this place? Oof. Talk about some hard-hitting questions. I'm really not the one who will be able to answer that for you. I don't have a very deep connection with this mansion, you see. I swear it. Got nothing to gain from lying, do I? It's my regrets that have turned me into this. I wasn't summoned here by no one. That said, there is one thing I can tell you. This place summons people. People who have ties to something that happened long, long ago. No one knows anything that happened. No one knows anything even happened. Except that happened. It's slightly different. I didn't know either, till she told me. I haven't the foggiest how much of it is true or not. Are you here? Because you were summoned by her? Or did you come here of your own will to find someone? You came here of your own volition. You weren't summoned by her. Perhaps you'll be the one who can break the curse, presumably. I haven't talked that much in a long time. Feels great. Now I've got that out of my system, I should be able to get some good sleep. You're probably still wandering in the dark right now, but I really hope you'll find the outcome you want. And I mean that. You can either reclaim your old self, or you can toss it aside. The choice is yours either way. Now since it looks like your escort isn't showing up, what do you plan to do next? Well, taking a look around the place, since you got a little free time. Could be you come across some things you wouldn't with her around. Alright, we're gonna go exploring. You have the perfect thing. Stick your hand in the canvas, would you? The painting was totally wrapped in an impenetrable darkness. Perfect, all-consuming void. Man has told you to put your hand into it. You... I don't know. Oh yeah, we can make a save. I mean, might as well try it. I'm gonna say I think refuse is the right choice here. But, might as well try. You extend your hand for the painting. The moment your fingertips rest against the darkness, swallow your entire hand up to the wrist. Haha, no, not there. It tickles a little to the right. As the man of the painting had instructed, you groped around the inside of the darkness. Before long, you felt something hard at your fingertips. Clenching the object, you withdrew your hand. Your arm was still intact. Oh, okay. Spread your fingers, and there you found a key. Okay. Added to my inventory then? That tickled. With that key, you can access the master bedroom. A while back, she tossed it into me. Dang little bug. Is she? I don't think she's the maid. Not sure who she is, but... So yeah, it ain't mine. Don't worry about giving it back. However, but there's something worth seeing in there. She felt the need to toss that key. Alright, well, gotta go get some sleep. You take care. If you happen to learn my name, you can pay me another visit. Should the fancy strike you. Having said that, the painting felt quiet. In your hand lay a small key. Seemed rather antiquated and vaguely familiar. Silence once again drew over the corridor. You stood there all alone, no sign of the maid. After considering it for a few moments, you decided to explore the mansion on your own. Like, the maid did say don't let go of her hand, but... I think the master bedroom's a bait, honestly. Let's try calling for the maid. Try calling for the maid. It was quiet. A sense of loneliness fell over you. Do it again! It was quiet. A sense of loneliness. Keep going, keep going. You can't skip this. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Okay, 2 more times. Okay. Let's go check out the stained glass window. Master bedroom's a bait. You approached the stained glass window. An array of pews was arranged facing the stained glass. There seemed to be an air of tranquility about the room. You sat down on one of the pews and stared quietly forward for some time. For a moment, you felt like you were on the verge of recalling something, but ultimately, the memory never managed to surface. The maid did not appear to be there. Where could she have gone? Instead, you're soon exploring the mansion. Go to the fireplace. You made your way to the room with the fireplace. The remain of the fire crackled weakly, leaving the room in a veil of darkness. Remember that you had woken here. Out of sheer curiosity, you sat down on the rocking chair you had been asleep in. Creak, creak, creak. It was as soothing as a cradle to a baby. In short order, you found your consciousness drifting from your grasp. Reading a story by the fireplace like this almost makes it feel like we're in another world, doesn't it, Master? But that's why troubadours perform at pubs, so they can't be near the fire. Oh, you're such a cynic. But that's okay. Say, do you remember when I first arrived here? When I was cleaning the library. Huh. How long was the... Hold on, I need to look. 20, okay. Your eyes slowly slid open. Fragments of a pleasant dream lingered in the back of your mind. The crackling of a fire, the taste of warm wine. However, there's nothing pleasant about the fireplace sitting before you. No warm, crackling flames. In fact, the brisk air of the room overpowered the remnants of embers left there. A chill ran down your spine. Afraid you might freeze stiff if you stayed here any much longer, you resumed your exploration of the mansion. I want to look back at that conversation. That's all one person speaking. That's the maid talking because she said master. And that... Wait. The maid that's with 3 has, doesn't she? This is the white-haired girl talking. I think. Was cleaning the library. Wasn't the white-haired girl cleaning the library in door 1 when Mel talked to her? Mel. Go to the entrance. You made your way to the mansion's entrance. There's no one around, nor any source of light. Groping through the darkness, you found the front door, which was sealed shut with a heavy bar. Pressed against the bar, but it remained firmly in place. The door did not budge either. Soon you could not leave the mansion. Burn the witch. Crucify the Emperor. When you made a step away from the entrance, you heard a muffled voice. You looked around, but you were unable to determine the source of the voice. Nor could you be sure whom you had heard either. Giving up on finding anything at the entrance, you decided to head somewhere else. So is it just going to let us choose all the choices? Down to the cellar. When you descended into the cellar, you heard beast-like snarling. Along with it came a sour odor and the sound of ripping flesh. You could not see the beast, but that did not make it any less unpleasant. You made a retreat from the cellar. Hey, that scared me. Before you could, a shadowy creature lunged at you. You reflexively squeezed your eyes shut. After several moments, you opened your eyes again to find a silhouette of a man standing in place of the beast. It's Wither Day trait, you can tell by the collar. You and the shadow stared at one another for some time. You asked the shadow a question, and the shadow responded. That's what Japanese sounds like. However, you had no idea what it said. The shadow seemed to be trying to communicate something to you, trying to make sense of something you could not understand was pointless. Having no reason to remain in the cellar any longer, you made your way back upstairs. Go to the den. That actually kind of startled me. The scent of cigarette smoke lingered in the den. However, the room was silent, not even an echo of the men's shattering remained. Something was moving, billiard balls. There's no one present to strike the balls. They rolled spontaneously around the table. The passenger they traced around the sofa through rough and erratic, contrasting that of the former master that held the cue. The spears collided awkwardly with one another, not a single one coming close to the pockets. As an experiment, you pulled a ball off the table. In response, the path of the balls became moving clumsier. Having lost one of the targets, they began bouncing aimlessly off the cushioned walls of the table. As you stared intently at the table, a man's voice rang out from somewhere in the room. Is that Jacopal? The hair. There's no hat, though. Spinning around, you saw a silhouette of a man. However, you could not make out what the man was saying. The man thrust his finger at the table, but he didn't want you to return the ball. You reluctantly placed the billiards ball back on the table. When he did, the balls resumed endlessly colliding with one another, never landing in any of the pockets. You looked up to find the shadow gone. Having determined that the man was not going to appear in the den, you exited the room, making your way back into the corridor. Rose garden? Look, your head is covered in roses. Mel. Oh, Nelly, you got petals on the book. This isn't mine, I can't afford to... Though I could hear the sound of children laughing, could not see them. Regardless, their cheerful voices warmed your heart. You said to linger there in the garden for some time. Long of the children's laughter after the sweet fragrance. The wind blew, whisking flower petals up into the air. It was an enchanting sight. But after a while, the roses began to wilt. You could no longer hear the children's voices either. It doesn't look like Mel. The young man stood alone in the withered rose garden. As he drew nearer, he called out to the youth. The young man did not appear to notice you. He merely stood there, staring vacantly across the garden. The youth muttered something in a lifeless voice. This isn't what I wanted. I just wanted a normal, peaceful life. Can't bear being alone. Can't take this. Someone, get me out of here. Oh God, tell me that I'm not the bad one here. He tried to call out to the young man several times, but he did not seem to hear you. He simply continued muttering to himself. That could be Mel. Not sure. Before long, the youth's shadow faded into nothing. Unable to bear the chilly air any longer, he stepped back into the mansion. Library. The smell of dusty books filled the air of the library. He approached the shelf to examine one of the books. Suddenly, an avalanche of them came falling to the floor. He stared blankly at the mountain of books. They had fallen down on their own, but showed no signs of putting themselves away. Since no one else was there to do it, he began placing the books back on the shelf. 1, 2, 3, a dozen. And as soon as he got them all back up, they came crashing back down again. He was very much to implore the maid's assistance, but she did not appear to be in the area. Pretending you had not seen anything, made your way back into the hallway. Okay, maid, I'm gonna go into the master bedroom if you don't show up. I'll do it. My mouse just had a loading sign. You inserted the key you had been given into the door's keyhole. With the twist, the door opened. The master bedroom was shrouded in darkness, much like every other room in the mansion. It had evidently been unused for some time. The other room had been stale and forlorn. Master? A voice seemed to ring out from somewhere. Come on, get up. Up with you. Master! See, what did I tell you? So much nicer in here with a little light. That morning, your whole world took on bright, vivid colors. Kinda looks like white-haired girl in door 2. With that hair. Light streamed through the window, illuminating a well-lived bedroom. A woman's silhouette stood before you. Yeah, it's a woman. Wait a second. Don't hide under your bedspread. Get out of here. Get out of there. But master, you agreed that I could open the windows. Don't worry, put curtains up. If it gets too bright, you can draw them. Mornings take the best part of being outside and squeeze them all into the same few hours. What's the song? Anyway, you don't have to go outside into the silent light for it either. Just listen to the wonderful sounds. The joyous songs of the birds, swaying the trees, the rustling of leaves. I think this will be the door 4. So we know here's that Michelle's the white-haired guy. White-haired guy. Well, could be a girl? Maybe? And Giselle, I'm assuming is a girl, is the protagonist there. And assuming Michelle is the same albinism as the white-haired girl, he or she won't be able to go outside. Tried to call out to the silhouette, but it did not respond. Reaching out to her, the hand simply passed through her body. It did not seem that you were to be you that she was speaking to. Perhaps you're looking at a scene from some other period of time. Am I being as pushy as I feel right now? Completely misjudged you. You're the exact opposite of what I thought you were. Let's see. I thought you were cold and cruel, heartless and incomprehensible. But I'm beginning to get a better idea. Try to put on airs, but you're really rather childish. You have a short temper, but can be surprisingly playful. What else? You're a pretty difficult personality, too. Now, hear me out here. It's not everything. Give me a chance to talk, and you listen intently. You can be kind and nice, too. You agreed that we would live together, not just in the same house, so we have plenty of time to add more to the list. And I hope you can make your own list about me, too. This is just the beginning, after all. We got a long, long time ahead of us. Just hearing people be happy does not soothe me in this game. I'm like, okay, how are they going to be torn apart this time? Planning enough to get to know each other, no? Let's not waste any time, then. What do you say we do something today that we haven't been able to before? Where should we begin? I know, we get this place cleaned up. I know there's some actual light in here. We could see all sorts of things we'd probably rather not. Like dust. All over the place. When the woman's shadow faded away, the master bedroom transformed back into the old dreary state. Master, can you say my name? You're unsure how to describe the urge welling up within your breast. You could not say your name. Bad end. What if I actually got a bad end? I had to go back and I screwed up somewhere. Showdown unmoving in the master bedroom for some time, but it did not appear anything else was going to happen. So he decided to head somewhere else. Oh? We go back to the stained glass window? I assume that's where door 4 is, since the stained glass window was in the little preview of... I'm going to call it a preview. Door 4 that we saw last time. You return to the room with the stained glass window. It searched throughout the mansion, but had no luck finding the maid. Felt somewhat tired, though. You're not quite sure whether there's physical exhaustion or otherwise. You're a little more interested in doing any more moving about. Taking a seat in one of the pews, you gazed up at the stained glass. Staring solemnly down back at you was the archangel said to weigh the souls of the deceased. Perhaps he's trying to weigh your soul. Call for the maid. Master? Master. Oh, there you are, Master. Give me quite the scare. After returning from the third door, you disappeared without a word. Oh my, it was I who disappeared? It's quite strange. Did not go anywhere, as far as I'm aware. Nevertheless, I'm glad to have found you. Would have been a complete loss for what to do if I had been separated from you yet again. I did indeed say that when you first arrived. I've been waiting for you to return for a very long time. For centuries, as a matter of fact. That'd make me a ghost, then, you say? Very much not a ghost. Yes, see, 3 heads. Would I be able to hold your hand if I were? I feel like I should mention the fact that it's possible the maid and you, being, us, are the same person. I don't think that's true. I mean, in case it does end up being true, I want the points for having said it beforehand. Saying this, the maid took your hand. It was cold enough to set a shoulder down your spine, completely devoid of life. Though chilling as it may have been, still took comfort in the feeling of her hand in yours. The maid looked down at you with gentle eyes. After a few moments of silence, she sat down beside you. Stained glass is quite beautiful, is it not? Every time I see it, it brings a tranquility to my heart. Dreadful, deep-rooted curse afflicts this mansion. However, this room was the one exception. Can you feel the purity that hangs in the air, Master? Yes, what is it, Master? You're correct. The stained glass window has been shattered. It's not present in the time period of the previous tale. I wonder. Perhaps it is because the mansion we're in presently resides in a realm separate from the real world. We're in a world constructed from a myriad memories and histories. I'm sure that when you regain your old self, Master, the mansion too shall be restored to its original state. So do try to remember, alright? Heh. Oh yes. Where did you go in my absence, Master? I see. So explore the mansion then? Did you find anything noteworthy? Memories? Not quite sure what you mean. How peculiar. As a servant of this house, I pride myself on being aware of most everything present within these walls. Wonder whose memories they could be. The key to the master bedroom? Why did I throw away the key? Oh. I beg your pardon? Say a painting told you? It's assuming she and the maid are the same person. She being she in italics. You can see perplexity on the maid's face. Could have never seen her make such an expression before. I know nothing of any key. Oh, Master, you should not be telling any jokes meant to cause others discomfort. Oh, she did do the there. When a talking painting, you see? You seem to have a rather vivid imagination. Maybe you could tell the next tale, Master. Only teasing. Now, that's a nice break, but we should get moving. The tale I'm about to show you is the last of the mansion's memories. I'm certain you'll remember yourself after seeing it. To our feet. The final door is not far. Please do not let go of my hand. Holding your hand, the maid led you to the far end of the room. Dressing beneath the stained glass window, a metal door came into view. Our destination lies at the top of these stairs. There we will find one last door. She pushed open the metal door, revealing a long spiral staircase. Yeah, it is pretty long. I mean, 2 longs, though? I don't know if it warrants that. Maybe like a long with 2 O's. Like, long. It'll be a bit of a walk, so let us be on our way. Please do watch your step. It's called an observation tower. Normally towers such as this will build in castles or churches. It's rather strange for there to be one in the mansion. The last story I wish to show you, Master, stands at the top of this tower. That is like a bell tower. Rectangular windows were carved into the stone in several locations along the way of the spiral staircase. You attempted to peer out one of the windows, but all you could see was a thick layer of fog. Perhaps the maid's suggestion that the mansion did not presently reside in reality was, in fact, correct. With each step forward, you found yourself gripped by an indescribable sense of anxiety. The feeling somewhat resembled irritation or annoyance. Sensing this, the maid tightly gripped your hand. There's nothing to worry about. You will be fine. It's all in the past. No matter what may happen, as long as you do not let go of my hand, you have nothing to fear. You and the maid continue climbing the stairs. Up and up, around and around, marching ever nearer the supposed final door. It's called Reunited here, with the maid, I guess. High up into the tower, as the light from below drew distant, a rotten wooden door came into view. Patches of what appeared to be blood stained the surface. It was been bored into it with sharp objects of some sort. You hear a scream from far below, where no one should have been. Kill the witch! Kill the witch! Kill the witch! Burn her! Burn her! Burn her! You're struck with fear. The next moment, the maid opens the door. And then you slowly descended into darkness. Woo! The 4th door. It's like 1,000 something, right? 1,099. Or do you say that 1099? I think it's 1,099. Misty Manor. Okay, guys. I'm gonna save, but I'm not gonna call it there yet, just yet, because I do have something to talk about. I found 2 connecting themes between Return to Title. Between both, all 3 of the doors. And they're both kind of related. They're heritage and distance. So, door 1, heritage is very important. Because, Nellie and Mel, are related. And also how the white-haired girl wants to get revenge for her father. And, the family of, that's actually her family. So, heritage plays a huge role there. Door 2, heritage is important. Because part of what Yuki-sama being a beast is, and being Japanese. Which plays a role also with how Pauline is, as well. Then door 3, heritage is important because, I didn't realize this until probably after he shot Maria. He mentioned something. I forget the exact line. But because of his heritage, he couldn't be happy with Maria, which he couldn't be happy with the white-haired girl. And distance? How did distance play into it? I forgot. I mean, it's obvious in door 3. Jacopo and the white-haired girl are distant, with Maria between them. In door 2, Pauline and Yuki-sama were literally distant, because, she had to go on a journey to find him. Door 1? I don't know. Doesn't really apply for door 1 that I can think of. But I'm pretty positive that heritage thing is legit. Especially given, that, the thing I took a screenshot of that Maria found in the basement. Yeah. Just wanted to throw that out there. Finally found something that connects all of them. And now I don't know. Let's see if it continues to hold true for door 4. See if I can find any other connecting themes or, similar things then. So see you guys then. See you guys next time. Bye, guys. Bye.